Welcome to Papyrus Plans. I'm Tasha. Ready to create something beautiful? Let's dive in.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Papyrus Plans tribe. So I was inspired by this Dolce Citrus paper pad that I got from Michael's. So I thought I would kind of choose a sheet of paper from this and add it to my planner spread for the week so we can go over that together. So I pulled that. So I haven't chosen a sheet of paper yet, but again, we can do that together. And then I chose... Actually, I couldn't make my mind. So this paper pad has some like blue centric and orange centric spreads, like blue and yellow, and then orange and blue spreads. And so I created some kind of traditional Mediterranean stickers with the blue and yellow. And my Wi-Fi printer accidentally printed 2 of these sheets. So that's why I have 2 of the same stickers there. So I thought, depending on what paper I chose, I could either go with the more traditional blue and yellow. And I have some glossy accents that I added to the water elements here, which, you know, I love to do. So I did that. So I have, again, stickers with that on there and various different scenes. And then I also created some in this orange and green color palette. Again, a little bit more non-traditional to kind of go with maybe some of the oranges, because the more I looked at it, I realized there was kind of 2 different sets of colorways in this. Like I said, kind of the traditional blue and yellow, and then some more kind of like orange and green. And so I kind of created some stickers again to kind of go with that version of it. So depending on whether I go with traditional Mediterranean or more of a non-traditional Mediterranean, we'll kind of decide which ones I use. And again, I think a lot of that will depend on which sheet of paper I decided to use to incorporate. So I created 2 different sets for that reason. So I have those stickers. And then same thing, I pulled blue boxes to kind of go with that. And that pretty much matches that perfectly. And then I thought, well, if I use the orange set, you know what I mean? If I don't go with the blue, I have this orange set. And then I also pulled some green in case I decided to use maybe a combination of the orange and green or one or the other. So again, that goes with this one goes with this one. And this is grocery week, so I ran out of my darker blue boxes, but I have this lighter blue. And again, that color is in here as well, so I figured that could still work. And orange in case we go with orange and green. So this stack is for this one's for this one. Again, depending on what we decide to work with. I don't have any more blue weekend stickers, but I did have these orange ones. So if we go with orange, I have one of these 2 that I can use. This kind of dark amber color, and it's kind of peachy coral color. So again, I have that for that and this for this. And actually I just realized, did I choose a habit tracker or no? Oh, okay, this one I didn't have a weekend sticker, but I had a habit tracker. I think I ran out of all my other colors. Again, I'm trying to use up all of these stickers that I have in this set. And these are old stickers. I have, I think actually I might just be down to my blue and red and purple. Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'll do for the habit tracker. I might have to get creative for my habit tracker this week. Or I might just have to use blue. You know what I mean? Or let's see, I have gold weekend. But I don't have a gold. Do I have a gold habit tracker? Or no? Must not. So yeah, I think I just have purple and blue. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let's see. I've got one red one yet left. I mean, not exactly a match, but you know about that one. I will figure that out. I mean, I'm not sure what that situation is going to be. Oh, I think I pulled one of these for this. So I've got blue, but no habit tracker if I use orange. So I think that's a dilemma. If I choose orange, I don't have a habit tracker for it. And I pulled this for some reason. I'm trying to remember why I pulled this. Let's see, is there a habit tracker in here? Maybe that's why I did it. This is, actually, this is 3 different of these books put together. In fact, I don't even know if Habit Planner makes these little square sticker books anymore. I think they were cute, but it just wasn't practical because you can't store them the same way as other sticker books. So I always forget that I have these. And the bottom one is a budget one. This one is Make Things Happen. And I'm not sure what the one in the middle is because I glued these together, again, to kind of make it easier on myself. So I'm just going to see if I have anything in here that I can use. Because, again, I'm not sure why I pulled this. I'm sure it made sense to me at the time. Oh, I bet I knew what I was going to do. I bet I was going to use one of these weekly expenses as a habit tracker. I bet that's what it was. So maybe one of these green ones. Is that what I was going to do? I'm guessing because I don't remember. Because these are budgeting stickers. But I could technically turn that. I have 3 habits I track each week. So Sunday. Yeah, I could make 3 circles for each day of the week. You know what I mean? And track my habits that way. I bet that's what it was. Okay, that makes sense to me. So maybe I was going to use this green one. Where's that green one I saw? Oh, I've got orange. So I got orange and gold. And then I have multicolored and then a green one. So actually that would work, and I would just cover over the little dollar sign. In fact, I don't even know if you can see it. But there's these little dollar signs here. But again, it's so faint. I think I could use one of my Pigma microns and cover that up. So yeah, I think that's why I pulled this. Okay. I think I was going through my stash trying to see if any of my sticker books had any habit trackers in them. And I've pretty much used them all. And then I have these ones too. So again, I could just cut across that and just use that orange one. So I got this one in this different style, and then this multicolored one. And is there another one? I think that's it. So I have this orange here I could use. Multicolored one I can use, which I don't know if I would want to use that one. I think I'd rather use the ones I showed you in the back here. So this green one. Or this orange one. Okay, so that's why I pulled that. Okay, now that's making more sense. I was kind of like, why did I pull this? Usually I pull things for a reason, but I mean, you never know. So I think let's see, put this on the side here. Just so I kind of get it out of the way. And add these other habit trackers back to their bin. And then I pulled this thinking, and this came from that, what was it called? That recipe organizer. This came with that. But now that I'm looking at it, this is pretty big. So I don't know if I want to make a grocery list quite that big. This is pretty large, so I don't think I'm going to use this. I think originally I thought I could use that, but I think I'm just going to go with one of my regular boxes that I have. Okay, so I'm going to put these to the side until I decide whether I go with blue and yellow or orange and green. And depending on what I pick will, in terms of the paper, I think will determine what I use. So let's see what's in here that we might want to use. I'm trying to think this week. What do I have going on? Okay, we have groceries. So I got to put my grocery list there. And then I have an appointment on Monday and Wednesday, and the rest just needs to be task boxes throughout. So I don't have a huge amount going on, but I do need to have some function. But I can kind of play around with some patterns this week. That's pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, those are a little bit big, though. I don't know if I can use those, but those are cool. Okay, we got oranges. Ooh, that's pretty. Maybe I should get my stickers and see what goes with it. Let me get one of each sheet. I think that might help me decide what I want to choose. Oh, that goes gorgeously with that. With the orange and green. That looks great. Okay, I like that one. That's a potential. And you get 2 of each sheet. Ooh, I love those, but those are big. Ooh. That has orange and yellow. But I think it would go best with the orange. That's pretty too. So far, I think orange is winning. Blue, what you got? Let's see. I mean, that's pretty. Smaller pattern, but I like it. I think that's pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Or do I save that for my recipe binder? I think I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save both of those. I kind of don't want to use that in my planner. I mean, you know what I mean? Oh, did I get? I think they gave me too many. Or are these different? Oh, no, those are different. Okay, so I have another set of cut aparts. Those are gorgeous. I mean, you can actually turn this into a card. You know what I mean? Like, these are just absolutely beautiful. I mean, this is like 90% of the work done for you already. Like, that's great. Okay, oranges. So far, I think I'm leaning toward the orange. I mean, I know blue and yellow is more traditional, but I mean, even that is really cool. Let's see. I mean, it goes with that too, but I kind of like it with the orange better. And it pulls in a little bit of that blue, so it gives it a little bit of contrast, and it has orange and green. So I think this gives it some really nice contrast. I could tear that and put it on the sides of the paper. So maybe this one. I love a good gingham, but I want something with a little bit more interest. This one has some really beautiful cut aparts in it. I love these. Ooh. Let's see. That's pretty too. Ooh, I'm torn. I'm torn. I think I'm leaning more toward the orange though. You know what I mean? Like if I use this, I think I would use maybe something like this to break it up so it gives it a little bit more pattern and interest. Ooh. Oh, but this. Huh. Do I want to go lemon or orange? Okay, so we have this. Kind of a cool pattern. We have this. I mean, I love that. I mean, I love both of these for different reasons. This one is simpler. So this allows my stickers to kind of shine. This is a little bit busier, but if I used it in small sections, I think I can make it work. But I think I'm leaning toward this of these two so far. Now let's find that other one. We could just do oranges. I feel like I want something a little bit more interest. And where's that towel pattern I saw? I think it's in the back somewhere. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hoard these for my recipe binder, like, cause I love that. I love this one too, but ooh, yeah, forgot about this. Oh, let's see. Do we want to go simple, or do we want to go va va voom? Ooh, I mean, that is stunning. You know, most of the stickers I created have like this kind of home pattern, like outdoor scene with a pool, window, going to a cafe, that kind of thing, like living room furniture, garden statues, you know, that kind of situation. So I feel like this is more like kitchen tile. I mean, I think I get away with it, but I think I'm still leaning toward this one, even though I think this is absolutely beautiful. I mean, I think there was one more. I think it was this one. So we got this, this, or this. Ooh. I think it's between, I mean, as much as I love this one, I think this might be a little bit too much. And I can't believe I'm saying that because I love foil, but I think it's either between this one and this one. And I kind of like this one. Like this one is really pretty, but it's one note, but because of the pattern, it's really subtle. So I feel like it would work, but this one does kind of scream Mediterranean to me. And again, we can go really crazy, but I don't think I think I'm feeling more subtle today. Like I'm a foil girly. I know some people don't like foil. Like I adore foil. Like any chance I get to use it, I use it. But today I think we're gonna use that. So I think we've decided. I mean, as you can see, there's tons of different directions you can go with this. I love this. So I think we might be going, instead of using the blue, even though it's going to be easier for me to use the blue, I think I'm going to use the orange. I think. So that's the paper we're going to use out of that. I'll put this paper pad back over there. Now let's figure out how we want to do this. Let's see, do I want to just rip it? Or what I might do, actually, maybe I just put some in the middle. You know what I mean? Make like a little, make the middle decorative and add some boxes. So let's see what goes with this. Ooh, actually that color goes perfectly. I pulled this one and then I also have this kind of peachy color, but I think that works best. So let's put these up. And then we have orange and green. And again, these are basically spot on in terms of color matching. So either one of these will work. So I think we'll be using, I used up all my green boxes. So I think orange in the sidebar for the start of my grocery list. And then the rest of my stickers that I have. And again, I have 2 sheets of this one because for some reason that one sticker sheet double printed. I think my Wi-Fi must have went out for like 2 seconds and it printed it again. So I definitely want to, maybe I'll put this first. I make sure I use stickers off of that. Okay. So let's figure this out. Maybe, let's see. Maybe I take, let's do it this way. Actually, let me get my ruler so I can see what's the height of this. This is just a hair above 2.5. So I might go like 1/8 of an inch past that just to make sure that it goes all the way, you know what I mean? So basically 2.5 by 1/8 of an inch shy of 5.5. So I think I'm just gonna worry about the height and I can cut it. So, okay, I think that's what we'll do. And I don't think it matters which way the pattern is as long as I keep it the same, but I kind of want it to go this way, like this. So let me turn it this way so I have it oriented the right way, and get out my We Are Memory Keepers paper trimmer and scoreboard. And I'm not even going to bother to lock this in place because it's just going to be quick and easy. And let's see, we want it this way, so I'm going to turn it this way so I can get the cut that I need. A little bit over 2.5. So let's do maybe 2 5/8 of an inch. I mean, because it's just a hair. So I'd rather go over slightly than be under. Lift this up so I can get this lined up. Right there. That's 2 5/8 of an inch. I'm not sure if that's going to be long enough for both sides, but again, if necessary, I'll come back and cut another strip. And just take this off. See, I did a full 1/8 of an inch past it, which I think is fine. So I'll probably just do like this and then cut that edge. And let's see, is this enough to go all the way across? I think it might be. Wouldn't that be lucky if it was? Ah, are you serious? It's shy by like 1/4 of an inch. Okay, so I've got to cut another strip. It's going to be a little bit shy, of course, but that's all right. That is all right. Let's see. How do I undo this? I might use tape runner. I feel like that's going to be easier. Where's my tape runner though? Gotta find it. Did I use it all? I might have used it all. In which case I might have to use stick glue, but tape runner will be less messy. So let me see if I can find another tape runner. All right, so I looked at my stash and thankfully I have another tape runner, and look what color it is. It's orange. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's get this, and let's see, which one do we want to do? Try to decide which direction I want this to be, or does it matter? Ooh, kind of like that. So this way, and let me see how far to bring this just so I don't go too crazy with the glue. So this is, I'm going past it slightly just so I know how far to bring my tape runner. Just so I'm not bringing glue all the way down here. Just will make life easier not to go too crazy. It just gives me a little measure of allowance here. I'm going to make sure I get the edges really well because that's the part that tends to come up, and then put some in the middle. Okay. Hold on, make sure I get the right side. That's the right side. This is the left side. And by right side, I mean left side. Oh, did I do the wrong side? I did the wrong side. Dang it. Ah, I did the wrong side. Okay. Or maybe I just turn it upside down. Yep, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So we're going to do it like that. Again, I'm making it equidistant. I'm just rubbing off the excess adhesive that got on top with my fingers. With tape runner, you can just kind of use your fingers and roll it off. That way it doesn't get stuck to this. There we go. Then we'll cut this like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Now, let's see. I mean, it's such a small amount. I'm trying to figure out, do I have enough to something to disguise that? I mean, do I have a sticker or something? You know what I mean? That I can kind of disguise that with? Ooh, what if I did a little scene sticker there? Because it's the weekend. Kind of can get away with it. Ooh, maybe we add the arches. If I add the arch from this side, and then maybe a scene over here, I think I can get away with it. You know what I mean? Just so I'm not cutting another sheet of paper just for a little less than 1/4 of an inch. You know what I mean? It just feels a little silly, but I mean, I could, but I really don't want to. So let's put this down. Try not to waste paper when I can avoid it. And use tape runner around the edges, and then come back in the middle and add it there. I mean, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I could use it, but I kind of don't want to. So I'm just going to line these up just so I can make sure I get these more or less in the same place. Right there. And again, I'm using my hands to rub away the excess tape runner that's around the edges. And put this back on. Okay. Again, just rubbing away that excess adhesive. Okay, so that's good. Now let's punch these pages. I have, I think, 3 holes to punch. Yes. You flip it over. And got a little bit of adhesive over here, so I'm gonna get my rubberized adhesive remover. Just take that off. There we go. And let's punch these holes. And it might be time to take out some of my months in my planner. It's getting a little bit hard to push down. I mean, it still closes, but she's getting chunky. You know what I mean? Like, it closes, but yeah, I don't know. It's getting a little snug. And this side is piling up, so I might just take that out to make it easier for myself. Okay, so I told it to give me very little offset, so on most of these I mean, it's very minimal. You know what I mean? Like, it's just enough of an offset not to cut into the sticker. But other than that, it's almost no offset. I'm just going to cut that little bit of an offset off of there. And I think I'm going to bring... I kind of was going to put something like this so it's like the wall, but the whole point is to cover that up. Gosh. Do I care? Do I care? Trying to decide if I want to get fussy with this and bringing this all the way across. You know what I mean? Like, do I really want to take a little sliver? Let's see, what would it be? It'd be like... It's the wrong angle, though. Have to be like this. You know what I mean? I'm trying to line up the pattern. If I can. I think it's gonna be too hard to line up the pattern. Ooh, unless I put it on top. Ooh. Ooh. Do I want to be crazy like that? I kind of do. This is ridiculous, but I kind of want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of want to. That's going to make this side slightly thicker, but you know what I mean? Just so it looks like it's the wall behind there. I kind of want to do that. What's the best way to do this, though? Huh. I think I'm going to get my double-sided tape, put it on top of this, and go over to this edge without going past it. You know what I mean? And then cut this. Carefully lift that up. Turn aside. How far over do I need to come? It's going to be off slightly. To match up with this is going to be like that. So I'm going to have a tiny little 1/8 by 1/8 inch circle over there. I mean, I don't know. Kind of want to do it though. I might do it. I'm layering these slightly. It's going to be a little hard to peel up, but just so I can get the width I need. And push it down. And then get, let's see, where are my tweezers? Use my tweezers to peel this up. Take my finger and push it down, and then line this up with this. And I'm lining the pattern up, which is about right there. And how am I going to cut this? How am I going to cut this? Okay, I think I have to do it. Let's see, clean my scissors off. Let's see, maybe I should do this side first. Can't see that edge though. Kind of guesstimating how far to come. Let's see. I'm scared I'm gonna cut my planner page. Maybe I should. I'm gonna waste a little bit of the paper, but I don't think I can avoid it because I can't really see this edge. Oh, there we go. Oh, that did pretty good actually. Not too shabby. I did pretty good for not really being able to see it. I got this one little sliver. So just lose that little bit. And yes, I know I'm being ridiculous, but sometimes you want your planner to look a certain way. So that's what we're doing today. And I just tucked that extra little double-sided adhesive underneath so that it's not sticking to my paper. And you almost can't tell that there's this tiny, I mean, it's a small little corner missing, but it's just that little piece missing. So I think I can live with that little small piece versus this entire strip here. All right, you guys, am I being extra? Absolutely. But guess what? I can. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to be extra in your planner, go for it. It's your planner. And if you want to be minimal in your planner, you know what? Go for it. Believe it or not, I used to be a minimalist in my planner. I would only write in my planner with pens, and that was it. Like highlighters occasionally, like color code with highlighters. But now I'm more of a maximalist, and guess what? You're allowed to change. So that's what we're going for today. So let's see, maybe at this, I want to mainly have this on the weekend. And again, I want it to look like this is part of the wall behind here. Yes. Okay. That's the look I was going for. So even though that was kind of obnoxious to do that, I really like that. And I covered it up the seam slightly so that you can't tell that I added it. You know what I mean? Like, you've got to get really close to be able to tell. I think that looks really cool. So now I'm gonna get my bone folder and just kind of smooth down the middle. So I work out any air bubbles. There we go. Oh, I love this. Okay, I have to say, originally I thought I was gonna go more traditional with the blue and the yellow. I'm kind of glad that I decided not to. I mean, this is different, but in a good way. I really like it. I think it looks really cool. Let's see. Put this in the sidebar. And actually, let's get that habit tracker that I want to use. I think I'm leaning toward this orange one or that other orange one. I think it was lighter. I might go with a lighter one. This one. Again, it says weekly expenses, but I'm going to cut that part off as best as I can. I'm trying not to go past this orange line. There we go. So I'm going to keep this in case I want to use it for something else. I mean, you never know. So let's put this there. And again, just because it says weekly expenses doesn't mean you have to use it that way. I'm using this as a tracker because I need something orange. Oh, I thought I stuck this down. I was like, oh my God, I was freaking out. I was like, why did I do that? But I didn't. Whew. Okay, let's maybe peel this up so I can place these together at the same time. Like that. And I'm just lightly putting it down so that I can make sure I cover up that note section. And do I want to raise this up with this line? I kind of do. Which is why I put it down lightly. Okay, let's line it up with this. I think I want the top edge to be equidistant. And again, I'm just using my finger to kind of smooth it down as I put it down. And then let's bring this up. I think I'm gonna bring it all the way up to the box again so I can white out this note section. Why does the Happy Planner label everything? Like, I don't understand it. Like, if there's lines here, it's for notes, right? I mean, I don't particularly get their need to do that, but that's just me. Like, it drives me nuts. I think I might just, let me get my white gel pen. There's a little bit of text, but I'm worried if I use my other whiteout, I'm gonna go over it because it's so close to this box. I should have did this before I put it down, but I wasn't thinking. There we go. And then we can do this. I want to leave a little bit of a gap there, which is why I did that. Just to create a little bit of negative space. And that is slightly crooked. But thankfully I didn't tap it down all the way. Right there. Okay. And I'm going to my bone folder, and I'm just going to gently use the edge to push it out. Since that's not fully dry yet, I don't want to get too close to that, but just so that it stays down. All right, so now I need to make 2 circles here. I'm gonna get my orange Pigma Micron in 05, and I'm gonna create some circles. So let me get, let's see, my checklist stencil if I can find it. Where are you at? Well, it's over here somewhere. I do have my stencil. There we go. Okay. And I think I'm gonna use the circles. Or maybe I should use brown. Kind of go with this brown color. Let me get a scrap piece of paper so I can see what each of these looks like. So let's do brown. And then let's do orange. So that's what these ones look like. The left is the brown, the right is the orange. I mean, the brown's slightly darker than I wish it was, but I think it would be nice to kind of break up some of this orange, so I think I might actually use brown. I was going to use the orange, but I think I'm going to use this. And actually, I think I might switch to square since this has a rectangle in the middle. That kind of mimics that a little bit more. So let's switch to that. And again, it has these dollar signs, but I usually use highlighter to fill in my, whether I meet my habit tracker for the day. So I think that will cover that up. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna create 3 boxes. And I'm gonna do the one on the left, the one on the right, and then do one in the middle. All right, so I just used my light brown Pigma Micron to put in all of my square check boxes for my habit tracker. So that's what my habit tracker in the sidebar is looking like, and it's a Sunday start. So basically when I get to Saturday, I'll come back and do Sunday, you know what I mean? So I prefer Monday start habit trackers, but we're going to make it work. Okay, so we have that so far. So far, so good. Let me put my ruler up. Clean up my area up over here. Just a wee bit. Okay, now let's see. What do I need? I said I need... Let's see, appointment boxes on Monday and Wednesday, and then task boxes throughout. Trying to decide if I want to mix in both colors or just use one color. I think I might just use orange. I mean, let's lean in. You know what I mean? Why not? So I need 2 of the smaller boxes. All right, let's do maybe a box over here for Monday. Right at the edge over here. Oh, wait, I wanted to add a scene over here. Maybe I should do that first before I get carried away. Let's see. Okay, we got this large arch. Maybe the villa with the pool. Or the cafe. Let's see what the pool looks like. Or do we want to use a cafe? Maybe I bring it down here, and then I can use... Actually, I could use this one up there. I might do that. That way I can still see most of the pattern. So maybe this ripped a little bit when I pulled it up. I'm a fussy cut some of this offset off. In fact, maybe I even bring it down here. Yeah, I think I will. And part of the tree that's stuck. Let's see if we can lift that up. There we go. Like that. Oh, guys, I'm looking for my tweezers and I'm holding them. I was like, where are my tweezers? Where are my tweezers? They're in your left hand. Okay, I just cut off that tiny little bit that was going into that area. And let's see, maybe I use the house instead of the cafe. Because I mean, the cafe's kind of cool, but it is a little bit big. Although I think it would fit here. It will come down into the tail slightly, but so does this, so maybe I should just do it. Maybe I will. I think I will. Get my smaller scissors so I can, again, cut around this ever so slightly. So let's put this. I'm gonna cut off a little bit of this offset. I'm gonna go in a little bit more just so I can layer it. Because I want to bring it down into this area slightly without going into the holes. So maybe about, let's see, maybe trying to cover up that part right there. And that misses the hole. Let's see, let me get... Oh, okay. Just gonna lift that. There was a little bit of a air bubble. I was trying to lift that, but I think I'm gonna take my bone folder and just smooth it down. There we go. Okay. Just to get that little air pocket out. That was at the top. Ooh, that worked out. I think that's pretty. Okay, now let's come back to, let's see what I say. I have an appointment on Monday and Wednesday, so let's put this one down here. Maybe put it down here. I think I'll do down here. Ooh, that looks really good. Okay, these are the stickers we're working with. All right, boxes. So maybe pair some of the other elements with boxes. So Let's put a larger box on the weekend. Right here, I think directly underneath this. So it looks like it's kind of sprouting out up from the top. Like that. And actually, let me white out this line going through the middle of the box. And just smooth it out. Okay, now where's that weekend sticker? This one. Let's maybe put this down here. Like that. That kind of fills in that bottom area perfectly. I'm going to put it right up against the edge of the box. Like that. Ooh, love it. You know, I just realized I didn't make any quotes. I wonder if I have any quotes. Let's see. Let me pull my... See, I have a travel book and maybe my Have Fun book, I think it's called. Okay, I pulled several different books that I thought might work. Let's see. Happy Life. I think there's some quotes in here, and they're in several different colors, so I think this might... Actually, I might use this, actually. I mean, this has some really, like, positive affirmations. Like, this one is green. I'm filled with gratitude for all my blessings. Like, that goes perfectly. I wish I had something horizontal, though. I wish this was a horizontal quote. These are vertical. Let's see if I can find a horizontal quote. Let's see. I will not worry about things I cannot change. Maybe. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Kind of like that. That's black with like a little hint of red, but it's so light. I feel like I can make that work, potentially. Let's see what else we have. The greater the storm, the brighter the rainbow. These are in gold. I'm not sure if I want to bring in gold foil. I mean, usually I do, but since... If I used the gold one, I would have done that. My growth is a continuous process. Maybe. Not in love with anything just yet. But I feel like this has something in it that I can use. I am worthy. I think that might work. Today is yours. Let's see. I think that could work. Let's see what else is in here. We got some alphabets. Could spell out my own quote, potentially. Though I don't particularly want to do that. We've got these strip stickers, but I don't really want to use those. Today I'm brimming with energy and overflowing with joy. Maybe. I mean, this green is a little bit washed out, but again, I think I can make it work. Especially if I use more than one. Maybe. You know what I mean? Like... I think we can make these work. So I think I'm gonna go back to that clear sticker before the alphabets. Today is yours. Because I think that will fit perfectly above here. At least I'm hoping it will. If I can get it. Oh. That tried to stick to my planner page before I was ready. Oh, actually I can do... Actually, clean up my tweezers so I can use them without the sticker paper getting on me. There we go. And I want to angle it along this edge here. You know what I mean? Let me get this. That way I won't have a lot to wait out, just maybe that little middle section. Put a Y right there, just under Saturday. Oh, that fits perfectly. And then, actually, I might even white that out. I think I might leave that alone. Because the downside with clear stickers is if you do white it out, you will see it. So you kind of have to decide, does a line bother you more than seeing the white out? You know what I mean? Because sometimes I use whiteout behind this, both liquid and dry, and I'm like, I wish I hadn't done that. Because it's very white. And even though your planner page is white, it's not as white as whiteout. You know what I mean? So you kind of have to pick and choose your battles. Okay. Actually, now that I pull this, these are icons. I don't know if there's any quotes in here. Oh, it has some quotes, but these are, ooh, those are beautiful, but they're holographic. So I don't think I want to use that. Let's see. Plan your best life. Focus on the, what does that say? What does that say? Focus on the, no, I don't even know what that says. Creativity is everything you can and you will. What is this? I cannot read this. What does that say, you guys? It looks like Nofu. Focus on the Nofu? Nobu? Hold on. I gotta ask one of my family members if they can read this. That's the only downside to some of this script. It's like, what? I don't want to put something in my planner and I can't even read what the heck it says. 1 second. You guys, I just like stepped out of my art studio to ask one of my family members if they could read this. They didn't know what this says either. Like, I'm like, what is that? I'm like, is that Nofu, Nolu, Gnome? I'm like, what? Like, this does not look like a word to me. So you know what? We're cutting it off and we're gonna add our own word. Cause I'm like, I don't even know what this is trying to say. And I don't put things in my planner if I don't know what it is. So we're tossing that and we're gonna come up with something else. Like, I don't know what that is supposed to be, but I don't think so. So maybe we use some of these letters to spell out our own word. Maybe focus on the good. Focus on the, yeah, I think good would be a good one, actually. Let's go back to those letters. And, oh, I wonder if I can use all green. That would be kind of cool. If I have enough. Do I have G? All the G's are in red. Let me have a little bit of green there. Oh, here's a green G. Let's see. G. Do I have 2 O's? Ah. Oh, these O's are in red. Ah. These O's. Gosh. I mean, I think I can turn this Q into an O, but then I only have 1. I need another one. What else can I turn it? Are there numbers in this? Let's see. There's numbers I can use the zeros. No. Okay. So maybe we just use the 2 O's with the kind of pink and green and just kind of make it work. I mean, it's not my favorite, but try to make it work. Okay, and then we have a green D, so that'll work. Okay. Let's maybe do this over here. Or, yeah, I want it over here. Let's see, line this up. I might have to white this one out because I think this one is going to go right in the middle. Oh, actually, I thought it was going to go through the middle of the letters, but it doesn't. That S is a little bit hard to see. Do I want to try to put white out on it? I mean, that could be messy. You know what? I haven't tried. I wonder if I could use, can I put my gel pen on the back of this? Have you guys tried that? I've never tried that, but it just occurred to me to try. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work, guys. I've never tried this before, like I said. I just thought I'd give it a whirl. And this E is very skinny, so I don't know if I can get it, but I can try. You know what I mean? Just enough to make it opaque enough to see. I'm gonna let that dry for 10 to 15 seconds. And I just realized I've got to move this box. So let me take this off and see if I can lift this up. Ooh, and thankfully, I think it's going to let me. I'm going to move it down into this. So I can put focus on the good. Well, I just realized quote there, quote there. You know what? We're not going to move it. I think if I add a quote down here, it'll be balanced. So let's add, try to find a third quote to add down here somewhere. Okay. Oh, that actually kind of worked, you guys. So if you add a little bit of white gel pen to the back of the letter, it makes it a little bit easier to see. I'm surprised that worked. Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have the letters be kind of scattered, you know what I mean? So I can fit it in the space. Look at that. And I wonder if I can cover that up with some of my, these are acrylic markers, metallic markers. I don't know if I've used this one, so let me, oh, I have, okay. Just because this is looking very pink to me, and I want it to look a little bit more orange. So I can't color all of it, otherwise it's going to go over the line, and I don't want to lose that cool edge, but maybe just enough like that so you can see the orange, you know what I mean? So that it looks like it's orange, maybe like a really dark orange. You know what I mean? Just, you know, I don't know. Let's see if that works. And let's bring this on top of this. Cut off the offset on this side, just so I can layer it. Like that. That is crooked. Hold on. Let's raise it ever so slightly. There we go. Okay, so we have that there. Let's find another quote because I feel like that's going to be harder, and then I can put the boxes around it. So maybe we find another clear quote like that since we use nothing but clear. Let's see if there's another one in here. We just have today. Strong heart, brave spirit. One step at a time. That's orange. Let's see how that fits. And since both of those are green, I kind of like that. And it goes with the script, although I wish that was script and this was plain. Dare I try to move them? Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to lift this. Kind of want to. Kind of want to. Ooh. That works. Oh, guys, I just did the same thing. Oh my God. Okay, I had to put one of these over here. And I didn't do it. You know what? I don't think I should move this again. Gosh. Why did I do that? Dare I try to lift this? I don't think I will. I kind of like that there. I just moved that for no reason. Oh boy. We are having a day. But that's okay. We're going to put that there and pretend like that's what we wanted to do. Let's see. Actually, I don't think I'm adding any of these. These are all black and gold. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, not feeling these other ones. Okay. Okay. Even though we had some drama with that, I think we can leave that alone and make it work. Okay, boxes. We got our weekend box. We have our appointment boxes. Now I need at least one larger box on this side. I think I'm gonna put it on a Wednesday. Let's see. I think it's gonna fit better vertically. So I think I'll do that. I was gonna do horizontally, but this is gonna fit better in a space like this. And let's see if we add one of the shorter boxes. Okay, let's maybe add this on Monday. And I'm gonna see if I can raise that box slightly. There we go. So I can fit my appointment box and then a task box for Monday. Like that. And this longer box I probably will use for Tuesday and Wednesday. Okay, now let's add a larger box here. And since this goes over, I think I'm gonna bring this one down as well. It's about there. And then maybe one of these smaller boxes on Friday. Okay. I think I'm gonna bring this down ever so slightly. Then maybe put something on top of that. Okay, I think we have enough boxes. So let's go back and add in some of our decoration. All right, let's see. Okay, we have the cafe or a little peek into someone's house. We have the pool and the villa. And then we have this gorgeous arch over here, which I love. Let's see, we could add another house here. Kind of flows into that archway scene, or we have this building. It's like the gazebo before you get to the pool. That's kind of cool. I might add that. I kind of like that. If I can fit it. We'll cut off the bottom offset and just let it sit on top of the box here. And peel this up so that goes on top. I was going to cut this, but I kind of like it like that. Let's see. What would it look like if I cut it? So if I cut it, it'll be like this. You know what? Since this isn't a busy week, I think I can just write around that because that looks kind of cool, actually. I kind of like that. So if I thought about it, I would put this here and then move that over. Let's see. Since I never moved this one, I might be able to. Again, since it's a clear sticker, I feel a little bit confident in being able to do that. Okay. And bring this one to this corner over here. Like that. And just cut the part that goes past the planner page on the bottom and on the side. And let's just punch these bottom two holes. There we go. All right, now let's put this back. Right here. Get my bone folder and just smooth out these air bubbles. I've got a little bit of sticker paper. Let's see, is that on the underside? Oops, it is. Let's see if I can peel it up. Okay, now let's go in and add some other, maybe just a few other elements. I mean, I don't think I need much, but maybe just something small here and maybe something over here or even over here, something small. Like since this is my grocery list, maybe we can put the popsicles over there. You know what I mean? Just something, not a lot, but just a little bit of something. Just cut off a little bit of the offset. Put these in a corner over here and just trim off this tiny little bit that goes over. Like that. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything small? Let's see, maybe the basket Ooh, I think that'll fit. Let's try this. Just cut the bottom flush so I can then lay it on top. And have it sitting on this box here. Trying to get this inner edge, and maybe I line it up there like that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, and just use my gyro cut to get this small little piece off so I can see the rest of the box. And if it lets me, try to peel this up. There we go. And maybe I'll get this edge too, since I'm over here. There we go. That way it kind of blends in seamlessly. Okay, I think the right side is done. That looks really cool. I could put a little bit of something there, but I'm not sure if I have anything that skinny that would work. I mean, maybe this vase. Ooh, actually, I think that will work. Let me cut off the offset on the left side. Oh, and that does not go past the page. Oh, I love that. That fills in that space right there. That looks really cool. Maybe the sorbet on top of the box over here by July. And maybe I just cut off the excess on the left-hand side. Again, it fits with my grocery list, so bring it all the way over as far as I can. And then cut off the part that goes past the page. Yeah, like that. Gives it just a little bit of interest over there. Okay. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Trying to decide about a little something there. Got this journal. You know what I mean? Just to give it a little bit of something. I just put this in a corner here so I don't lose the function of that box. Ooh, I like that. Now, do I want to put something there? If so, I think that might be the only other thing I need. But what would it be? Let's see. We've got... I didn't use any of my cute little ladies, but... Let's see, we got another popsicle. But I have that there already. Oh, maybe the sunglasses. That's small. And again, just to give it interest without taking up too much space, I think I'll layer this. And again, I'm just cutting off some of the bottom offset. Maybe put it over here. Like that. Ooh, that's cute. Love it. I really like that. I mean, that looks adorable. I think we might be done. And I kind of wanted to use a suitcase, but I don't think I can fit it anywhere. Because I don't want it floating over the house. I mean, I could put it here, but then... Oh. I was going to say I'd have to cut some off, but actually I don't think I will. Let's see, what would that look like? Again, just fussy cut the bottom quickly. And again, it's not a busy week, so I can write around that. No problem. And before I punch it, yeah, I kind of like it. Let's see. So let's go ahead and punch this one out. Ooh, that looks good. Now, do we want to dress up the numbers? That's the only other thing that I might do. Do we want to dress up the numbers? So I need 6 through 12. Ooh, I wish I had the numbers for this in orange. Got these smaller numbers. Oh. Got these It goes from green to... They're clear though. Let's see, what would that look like if I tried to put it on top? Do I need to white it out is what I'm trying to figure out, or can I just lay it on top? Oh, I might be able to lay it on top. Well, not quite. Okay, so I've got to white it out. But do I like that? Hold on, let me get 6, 7, and 8 down so I can see what it looks like. Yeah, I like that. I think I might do that. I think it's just going to finish it off and give it a little bit of color at the top without adding too much. So I'm just going to white out each number so that I can easily put it on top without any of it showing through. And I don't think I'm going to do anything with the days of the week. I think I'll just keep that simple. All right, everyone. Yeah, I'm loving the way that that looks. I just think it gives it a little bit of extra dimension and it makes it feel a little bit more cohesive and brings some of the color up to the top because we have so much orange and green. I felt like it just needed a little bit of pop of color up there. So I really like the way that that turned out. I think that looks great. All right, you guys, surprise, surprise. I forgot to use any of my OG Happy Planner stickers. So let's see if we can find something. Oh boy. This is always the challenging part. Ideally, I kind of want something in green. But, you know, we got to work with what we got. So let's see. Ooh, that's a little bit bright, but if I have to, I think I'll use that. I might can use that. See, we've got this. You've got this. This is great. Again, a little bit of different color green, but again, I think I can work with it. So let's pull that in case we don't see anything else we can use. We got to get it done. Again, maybe I might come back to that if I don't think the other ones will work. I gotta remember I have these checklists. I always forget I have these. Okay, we use most of those up. So, it's more of a teal. Well, actually, that might work. Oh, actually, even though it's teal, I think I can get away with it. So maybe I can use those to-dos, potentially. We got one note to self, maybe. Page of hearts. Okay, I think that might be it. Okay, let's see if we can make some of the pages I pulled work. And hopefully we can. I think I'm gonna start with this one actually, because even though technically it's not green, I have some of that color down here in the pull. So that's why I pulled it. So I definitely think maybe I can use these. Let's compare it and see. Yeah, I mean, it's slightly darker, but I think that's close enough. You know what I mean? Like, that's pretty close. So maybe even do... Ooh. Oh, that looks cool. So maybe we do like this. Like a little to-do here. And then I just realized that fell out. Put that back. Let's add... Let's see. Maybe the to-do on this side over here. Oh, that works. And we used 2. The goal is only to use at least 1. I think that works. Let's see, I might not even use any of these other ones. You've got this, and this is great. Maybe, because it's the same color palette. Weekend, maybe put this is great for the weekend. Put this one to the left. So maybe put, you've got this over here. Again, on the left, so it mirrors the other side. Ooh, we used 4 stickers. Okay, we made it work. I mean, considering I totally forgot to add those stickers, I think that worked out pretty well. And even though, again, this is technically more of a teal, this is a kind of a teal green. So again, it pulls in the color from the pool and the color from these doors. So that worked out well, and it breaks up some of the orange. So I'm really liking this, you guys. All right, so that's going to be my spread for the second week of July. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to stay inspired, and don't forget to make your papyrus plans. Bye!
That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Until next time, stay inspired, and thank you for watching.